So what exactly is the homework? I guess overall it's B. $378,840. Other income 2,800. So your debt service of hello.
Hey there.
All right.
Did you send me anything?
Yeah, I emailed you a link. Do you need me to text it over?
Yeah, I didn't see what email. I just looked. I was like, because I'm filling out the valuator. I'm like, all right.
Oh shit, I am too. Yeah, it went to how'd it go? Let me look.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me just resend it over to you right now. Oh,
I was looking under PTD.
Yeah, my system sent it to PTD with 2 Fs. I just sent it to the right PTD.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Well,
and just save this link. This is the link. This is my video link for always.
Okay. I'll try to. Yep. I'll screenshot it maybe. Yeah. I don't know how to say.
Yeah, it's I can text it to you too, or whatever. 378 minus 304. Yeah, so I'm actually in here doing it. It took me a while to get in here. I think we'll probably have to ask him for an extension on the actual filing, but
Well, yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, I saw that they gave you the option if you did the homework, if you didn't do the homework, whatever. Just which is cool. At first, I'm like, well, I was gonna work on it yesterday and it felt like shit. And then I'm like, all right, maybe I'll just plan on doing it tomorrow. Maybe Steve will team up and try to get it. So
Yeah, I figure we just go at it.
I thought so. I didn't want to bail out. I'm like, well, between the two of us, we probably could get it done. So we could still get on tonight if you still plan on doing it.
Oh, I mean, I'm getting on tonight either way. Yeah, and then I mean,
the thing is they're doing the breakouts room, so it's like we kind of should have our. I think
kind of have our mess together. Yeah.
I think. But we'll see. I mean, I think we can get through this. I don't.
Yeah.
So let me see if I'm going to actually pull out to my phone because I got a split screen now, trying to transfer all the info over. There, just StreamYard.
Wow. What?
StreamYard. So this is it. So now this should be.
So it's a negative 2.2 at that.
Not working. All right, so it's up here.
My little feet is.
All right, there you are. I'm not seeing my phone, so I don't see much of you, but yeah.
28,995, and I'm actually using the quick valuator.
There's two. I have the 4.0 is the one I'm
using. Yeah, no, in 4.0, there's something called the quick estimator down the lower left. So I'm kind of short. I'll fill in the real one, but I'm kind of shortcutting because I'm trying to figure out if there's a number at which it actually makes sense, and exactly how low that is.
Well, yeah, PTI. Well, we got to see the depending on the financing too. Yeah, I'm going through all the property now. Yeah, entering all that, taking my time. I see the quick estimator, but I'm going through the.
Yeah.
I mean, does the quick estimator allow you? I mean, you put all the unit mixes in, or you just put the rent numbers in.
Yeah, the quick estimator is like 10 questions. It's purchase price, GPRI. Okay. I'm going to go back when I'm sitting with Savannah at her we're sitting.
Yeah, well, that's fine. Yeah. No, I'm further. I'm like on number 4 of the 7 items that I'm working on the yearly expenses.
Okay, cool.
So management. See now, and this was a question I had asked when we were at the last. Because when they ran their numbers, they didn't. So it says management fee was 0, and even when Jack had entered it, they put 0. And I'm thinking, but I know they're going to use management. Why wouldn't they run that in their numbers?
Yeah, and that's what I'm. And exactly, and actually, I didn't even look at that. I didn't even get to that page of it yet. But I'm just looking at their numbers now. And
right, but now if you look at then they only give you one line item. So I combined the on ground, put the boots on the ground, local plus the third party. So they have like 12,000 and 15,000 combined for 27. I put 25. That maybe even 20 we can get away with, but I mean I'm thinking 25. You got 4 locations. I mean they're all there, but
yeah, I don't think you're getting away for less than 25. No way.
No, the third party, like I said, they get a percentage plus another $2,500 a month, right, or something, or $2,000. So I put 25 in there. Professional services they don't have, but we can put down. You're gonna need a couple grand in professional services. $2,000. I mean, you got obviously you got accounting. You got what else? Any attorneys? This and that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so I took the 74,000 they have in expenses, the difference between 378 and 304.
Yeah.
I took that number and then I added another 35,000 to it because I'm like, I don't see management, so I put in 127,000 in or 120,000 in expenses.
I see. Yeah, well, all the line items, I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm gonna enter. You hear an echo?
I don't, but I mean, we can switch to different platforms. We can go all video or whatever you want. That's fine.
Yeah, well, we could do it. Just talk. Well, let's see here. Cost of goods sold.
I mean, by the quick estimator, and if you log in the link, you'll see it. 1.5.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
Is where is it? with a zero down payment, I got to be at a 1.5.
No, you got down payment is 1.5, top right.
Purchase price of 1.5.
Oh, but it says under summary, it says down payment 1.5 too under the summary.
Oh,
At the top,
that's nuts. Okay.
oh, I'm just telling you what I see. That's where I first put it.
No, I know. I see now. You're over on top right. You're right. I'm hoping that's a field that's just mislabeled, and I'll actually highlight that to them.
Yeah, you're at under down payment. You have 0. Yeah.
Because I get it 0 when it's coming in over here.
100,000 expenses. I don't think 100,000 in expenses that's too high. Because they have total operating expenses at 60,000. The other 30 or 40 grand that's missing at the top is discounts.
Oh, there's discounts and uncollected. Okay.
So yeah, I think I'm still filling it out. But if we say, well, because they don't have management in there, so you say another 25. Now you're at 84.
Yeah.
So now you're getting closer to where you're at, and then
maybe another 5,000 in legal and crap.
Yes, so say 90. I mean.
Yeah.
Possibly. Again, I'm filling out all line items there. I can get back to it, but electric, warehouse, utilities.
I mean, if you want to jump on video, we can share screens the other way as well, and you can show me yours and I'll show you mine, and we'll kind of go that way.
And that's okay. That's where that's where I'm. So let's see how I can click on, because then I'm going to be sharing with. Let's see here.
Yeah. So once you're in the video thing, I'll let you in the room. Oh, you're there. Okay. So I'll let you in the room.
Okay. I'm clicking on that now. I'll see if.
And you should have a present.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, if it looks like you're on your phone with the link, not on your computer. So obviously, the only way you can share your screens by turning your camera around, or just click the link on your computer.
No. Yeah. Let me shut it off here. I don't know if I can be on both of them or not.
Yeah. I can handle up to 10 people on this thing. So.
Yeah, I wonder why it's not, because I double clicked on that. It's not allowing me to open anything. Oh, here it is.
Okay, so. Oh. It somehow didn't update crap.
Oh, there I am. That's video. All right, I'm going to shut the phone off now.
Yeah. All right, there you go.
Yeah, I see where I can present, but I'm still getting. I'm trying to get back to the screen where I was, where I have my split screen. So let's see right here. Okay, oh there it is. I got it. Which means I lost you. Let me see if I can split the screen one more time. 1, 2, 3.
Just divided by.
There's you, and then we get the valuator in the middle. Okay. I got 3 screens going on. I don't have a double screen, so I have to all.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm gonna need to get another monitor so I can. Yeah, it's gonna make my life a lot easier. In the meantime, everything's kind of.
Yeah, and I've actually got a second screen, but I'm not even plugged into it. Unfortunately, about 20 minutes I got to head to pick Savannah up for a doctor. But anyway,
that's fine.
So mortgage of what on 1.5?
All right, so I'm gonna skip. We kind of. I'm just gonna put down. Add other total. We know expenses. We were saying are going to be 90-ish. So.
Yeah.
Let's just put miscellaneous expenses. For me, I'm going to put down 56,000. just for shits and giggles because I want to go on. So save. All right, next.
So 1.5 is 100,000.
So now we're going to project. That's debt service. That's the next thing for me to put in.
Yeah.
So we don't know what we're doing here. So lender's name, we don't know. Down payment. Well, it's going to be, it's percent. That's why. That's why your number came out 1.5. Because down payment is a percent. You put 0%.
Well, no. So I'm doing it. I'm doing it right now just to see if
20%.
we borrowed every freaking dime.
Oh,
What would
right.
our asking price have to be?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, because even if we go SBA, right? That's they get away with maybe 10% with them. He said.
Yeah. With SBA we absolutely get away with 10%. Absolutely.
All right. So let's. I mean, I just want to see because points. What do we say? One. I don't know what the points would be. 1 point, 2 points, depending on.
Yeah. Figure 2 just to be safe.
The 1.5 maybe. See.
Yeah. Yeah.
2? I'll do 2. No, if you say think is 2.
I know. I mean, it depends on the broker. They're almost. I mean, it's.
I don't know what the SBA
do
do. They charge? Is SBA? Do they charge points with SBA? Yeah, I don't know that.
Well, the broker might. So I mean, probably 1.5 is safe. You know.
All right. Well, just to have something in there. Fees and closing costs. We don't know what the hell that would be. So, lender's name doesn't matter. APR. So he said 8%, 8 to 8.25, right?
Yeah.
Even SBA is probably going to be right. They said. I thought, what's the name? The other lender was. Oh, didn't she say? I thought SBA was maybe closer to 7.
Yeah. No, I think SBA now is 7. Absolutely.
All right. Well, we'll do 8. We'll do 8.25. Fees and closing costs. Amortized years is what, 20? And then fees and closing costs. I don't know. They're asking me for a number. What the hell would it be? So you got to figure.
3%.
Yeah, but it's asking for. So all right. So we're talking if we get
300,000, so it's about 100 grand.
Yeah, I was gonna say 90 grand if it's 3 point. If it's 3 million,
90 to 120 somewhere in there. Yeah.
95 grand save. All right. So that's that. No lender's name. All right. How about bank? That works. Save. All right. Loan details. Oh, I see what happened. Balloon years. Amortized balloon. I don't know. It's already at 20 for amortized. What are we doing balloon?
I don't think we would need it. I mean, if we're doing 25, we're riding it right out to the end.
I didn't put any balloon in. Yeah, no balloon. All right, so that's that. Now I'm on to projections and then summary. There's only 2 more categories, and then it's all filled out.
Yeah.
Next, projections. A notice of missing information view details. All right, what the fuck am I missing here?
All right, so now I've wrapped my head around where this thing can actually possibly be.
All right, so there's that. Oh, debt service coverage rate. Right now it's at 0.96, so it's really close. A cash flow negative, cash on cash negative, but all right, so we still got to go to. That's projections. Assumptions year 5. How about year 1? That's most important. Yeah, debt service is 0.9, so we got to get to 1. Right? It was a 1 point.
You need to make 1.15.
1.1. Right.
SBA sometime in the first year. One of those months has to equal 1.15.
Right. Okay, I remember that. Yep. So, right. Well, the problem is right now. There's how much it says. Let's see. This is. Yeah, physical vacancy that's the issue. You got. I mean, there's definitely some units that are empty.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, I don't know if you noticed, and he said, I didn't look on the map. I did. I used Google Maps to kind of look around at the locations, on the street, the guy, but I didn't look at the zoom out. But he said something that there's a lake, Lake G, some of the G nearby.
Yeah, which is one of the reasons I became more okay with the location once I realized that, because that whole 7 square foot per person starts to apply less.
Yeah, well, I originally said when I was on my Zoom, my breakout room. I kind of didn't like. It seemed like there was a lot of facilities. Yeah, that we had 4 of them here, but the rate was 13. Is that 13 point something? I was like, that seemed a little high to me.
Yeah.
When we're trying to base off the annual national average is 7. Now, again, an area like that, he said, I think they have some in an area that's like 20 or something, right? So I guess,
yeah.
But to me, again, just as a quick, I didn't spend a ton of time on it. So and that was one of my negatives was, okay, I don't like the 13. Obviously, we all saw the poverty rate was up. I mean, the poverty rate was up, the crime was up. So those are definitely some negatives. So I don't know if you heard, but they're the ones that own this facility.
Yep, they bought it exactly.
Yeah, I know you were popping in and out. I thought I didn't know how much of it you caught on. You were on most of it, though, I guess, right? So.
Yeah, no, I was listening to most of it. I just kind of
that's fine. Hey,
I kept disappearing on it, but I was there for most of it. Yeah.
Okay, I got you. No problem. I just all right. So then let's see. What's next here? Save. Okay, and then next cash on cash. I think I got one more screen to go to, and then we'll see what. Okay. What I was getting at with the lakes is if you look at all the locations, and the one of them has 3/4 of an acre to expand on, right?
Yeah.
Why the hell are there no RV or boat storage? Is that for?
I thought the same thing with RV or boats you're playing.
Well, that should be a no-brainer. If even at one of the facilities, especially if you have it, extra land there, just throw some gravel down and collect another couple grand a month. So I kind of that was a question that I didn't get to really ask that I was going to ask to say, well, what's the reasoning? That's not done right away. Let's see what the next step is. General condition is good. Cash flow is negative. Why? So why are we negative 16,000 cash flow? Net rentable square foot. You want me to share my screen? I mean, I don't care.
Yeah, if you can share yours but roughly I came up with an offer real quick. I came up with an offer of
right
2.8.
So let me go to
basically it's kind of where I came up with the offer.
So, profit unit mix income expenses. Let's property details. So yeah, if I drop this down to 3, let me just drop this 3.3. What it was 3.3. What was it? 3.35 originally, right?
Yeah.
Didn't change much. Let me go down. Let me go down to where was I here?
Let me pull over your
What did you come up with? 3.1?
2.7. 2.7, 2.8.
That's to get to that 1.1.
Yeah, I can't see your screen, but
no, I know.
That's fine. So basically,
it's image file, video file, slides. What a share screen right there.
One of the things that bottom should be share screen. Basically, what I did is I went to Mortgage Calculator.
Can you see anything else like tab to share? Hold on a second. Valuator. All right. Yeah, because I got 3 screens. All right, so here we are. Now you got it. So if I go down to save here now.
I'll move my screen so I can add your screen. That's what's the whole problem here.
All right. All right. So you see my middle screen now? So, okay. So now if I go back to, where are we going to? Summary. 3.1. We're at 1.02.
Yep.
So, we're still high, but cap rate 9, cash on cash. But now, now again, how do they? So what's occupancy? Let's see. Is there percentage occupancy in here? Because obviously there's vacant units, and I didn't include that. I only included what was actual netted. Price per square foot rentable. So where does see? So gross potential is 357. Then rental 378. Gross income is 380. So the net there's like 30. It is like 24 grand. Missing income because of vacant units. And now, of course, you're never going to be 100%.
Yeah, right. You're never going to be 100%.
You don't want to be.
So if you hit that to 3 point, no, not 3.2.
I'm at 3.1, so I got to lower this down.
Yeah, if you drop that to like that's probably 2.8. Because I'm somewhere between 2.7 2.8 on my quick sketch.
All right. All right, so I gotta save. I did that, and I gotta go back up to summary.
Now your DSCR is 1. Okay, so you're still a little low on your debt coverage ratio.
Well, we're over 1.1 here.
Right, but it's 1.1 in the first year, and then you get to 1.25 in the first, I think it's 3 or 5 years.
Right. Well,
so okay, so then this actually works. An offer of 2.8, obviously lower is better, but an offer of 2.8 works because if we
down
figure
payment, your bank loan amount is that cash flow. So let's see what else.
I mean, growth over the next couple of years might be how you make that up.
Well, that, like I said, between doing outdoor storage, I know the street rates were definitely higher. So street rates are down from where the average, they're actual to what the street rates are down. So they could be increased a little bit. Like I said, I'm trying to see which location had the extra. I mean, even the one that has the sheds alongside, there's room. You could get 20. I see like 20 parking there. I see the other one that has the extra. Oh, you could definitely do like 50 to 60 spots on Roanoke.
Yeah.
Avenue. So, I mean, there's probably the other one's kind of tight. I don't think. Yeah, you could do some there though.
Yeah,
you could get 100. I think you get 75 to 100. I say 80 at least spots.
Yeah.
RV boat, 60 to 80 at another. So that's another $6,000. Well,
easy. Yeah.
You're getting what, 50? I don't know what they do for the outdoor store. They're like 75, between 75 and $80, maybe $100 for an RV.
Yeah, I took a quick look at that market, and that's probably about what you're getting.
That's another $6,000. That's another $70,000. So $6,000 a month, $70,000 a year. I mean then it's a home run. I mean that's a huge difference. That's not
Yeah. Now, just out of curiosity, if you were to drop the purchase price to 2.65 or something.
Yeah, but you know what what we didn't put in there? Hold on, debt service expenses. Something really important. Insurance is huge. I know it keeps going on. I can't see. They're telling me these 4 facilities, they have the insurance at like $5,000 for the year.
Oh God, no! Is that really what they have in there?
What they said. No, yeah. Look. Let me go back to see here. When they were doing it and they were talking about it, I'm like, we're insurance. Oh, $6,500 for you're talking 4 facilities. There's no way. And they projected when Jack did it. I forget what I don't know if I took a picture.
And only $1,000 a year in repairs.
Yeah, that's going up. He bumped it to 3,000. He bumped it to 3,000. I'm trying to think if I have a picture of Jack's when Jack he was filling out his valuator.
Maybe just round the whole thing up to like $110,000 expenses.
Yeah, because I know insurance. Like I said, I thought $7,000 for 4 facilities for the year seemed low to me, especially how I'm hearing insurance prices have just jumped a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's going to change the number a little bit. But we know, I mean, we're supposed to really what we need to do is now, okay, we got, yeah, well, I guess we have to see what our number is. I mean, obviously we do another evaluator, not that we're presenting, but we'd have to see, okay, well, anticipated year 1, make sure we're going to get to the 1.25 by saying, okay, well, we're going to add, let's say 60 spots at, so let's say, or 50, 40 to 50 parking spots at, so say 100 at average, so say $4,000, another 40 to $50,000 a year in outdoor parking. Now, granted, that might mean another expenditure of, stone clearing, whatever, another $5,000 or $10,000.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
To spend $10,000 to make another 30 or 40 on top of that, it seems like a no-brainer to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I mean, I can play around. I can fill all that in. I could do like a projected a second, a year one projection, but I don't even think we're supposed to do that. We're just supposed to say, okay, we like the market. What's our offer going to be? Where will our numbers work?
That's pretty much why I'm saying if we get a total of like 110,000 expenses, and we drop the offer price to like 2.65, I bet we're going to have 1.25.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I mean, again, just like with rentals, you can't go by, well, yeah, the street rate is this, so that's what you can be. You can't really run that because that's not what they're collecting. So.
Right. No. Well, except, because I thought we plugged in, because on my quick one I plugged in what they actually had on the sheet, the 250 something.
Yeah, no. So what I did is I put in. They have 378 here as annual gross potential.
Right. Yeah. Sorry. 378.
Right.
So
I came up with
number.
My actual is 350 something of, because there's some.
Yeah.
They're less than the street value, and there's obviously vacancies.
Yeah. Exactly.
So that's where my number came out to, like 357, I think, or whatever.
Yeah. 357, and then you've got another 110 in costs. Right. And I'm going to guess that's going to be a 1.25 DSCR at 2.65.
Yeah, so let's go here. So we're at 2.8. So let's see, debt service. Let's see here. That's not changing. Fees. We got to change the fees. Expenses. We're going to go down to. We're going to go to 110. So we're going to add another 20,000 in here. Let's just call. Well, I'll put down insurance here. I'm going to put down. I'm thinking 12. I'm thinking almost double.
Yeah.
So now that puts us at 102. Now I'm going to do repairs and maintenance. That needs to be easily $3,000. So now we're at 105, and then here's tax. Oh, maybe it was. Oh, real estate taxes. That's $14,000. 300. That puts us up to 119,000, but because I have miscellaneous expenses too high. I just do a quick number to get us at the number we wanted.
Yeah.
That's 108.3. We're trying to get to 110, right? So is that what we're thinking, roughly? Yeah, electric's that. Yeah, I'm at 110,300, so save. That's for our expenses is 110. Is that what we're thinking? Is that a realistic number? Professional. I didn't fill out everything else, but all right. So that's that. Next. So, what else? What was the other thing we were going to change? Income. Let's see where that's at. Yeah. See, I'm at gross rent. If you see my screen, 357, 552 rental.
Yep.
But then rental income, I filled in what they gave, but my numbers that I typed in and entered off of each unit came up to 357. So I don't know for 378 how that comes out. Yeah. So now it's showing 381 because there's another income column of 2,800, but that rental income is 378. Yeah, but other deductions off of that.
Yeah.
So I can't.
So with the 2.
Yeah.
With the 2.6, what's our DSCR? I still think we have to drop the.
I know. Well, the other income has to come out of here, because their other income is 28. So they have $8,000 in delinquent, 7,500 in delinquency. Turn physical vacancies, so it's missing 5%. That's another $19,000. And then they have discounts. I don't know. I guess they're giving months free or whatever. There's another almost $20,000, 19 something. So that's 37, and that's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's 40 something grand. Why it drops or more? Like I said, it's down from 378, 40. It's almost $50,000 off. That math doesn't look right. 378. 840. Oh, hang on. minus 19,148, 18. Yeah, yeah. So if you, I don't know if I'm missing something. You have the. Hang on, let me share the other screen for a second.
Yeah, let me see what you got there.
Yep, hang on a second. So stop screen. Is that share screen? Share screen. I want to show that the Roanoke Rapids coach accountable. Is that going to be the one? Yeah. All right. Here, you see where I'm at?
I'm looking at a blank screen here.
Oh, you don't see this screen right here that I'm rolling up and down?
Never mind. I got your back. For some reason you came off the stage.
Okay. Okay. So this is, you have the same one open, but so
Yeah.
I'm missing something because if you see I'm 378, right? Is there six?
Yeah.
This is your trailing, right? Then you take off the discount, you take off the vacancy,
Right.
and take off the delinquency.
Yeah. So
they're
they're actually at 306 total, 304.
Okay, but I just did the math.
What?
I just did the math because it didn't seem right. If you take the 378 and you deduct those three items, it comes out to 333. Because look, it's 20 grand
right.
plus.
Okay.
It's 45
Yeah,
off
48,000 bucks is not 304 exactly.
It's 333. Plus the other income is 28. So now it's 335. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Either way, it's still 45. They're still missing 40 grand between delinquencies, discounts, and vacancies. It's still 40 something grand.
Remember the lady last week who said the math doesn't math?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. One of the ladies was like, "Well, why does the operating memorandum have math that doesn't math?"
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Yep, I didn't hear that, but then she's absolutely correct because it just jumped out at me as I was like, that doesn't add up in my head. So I just did the.
We think it's three. So in either case, it's not 357. It's 330.
Well,
it's either 330
so no, my actual. Well, right. So what I'm saying is the annual gross potential is the 378. My number. Let me go. I'm going back to the screen. If I delete that.
Oh, and when you actually manually added it up, you ended up at 350.
I have 357, 552, based exactly off the numbers that they gave me for the occupancies, how many units were rented, and what they were charging right now.
Okay.
It's 357, 552 to be exact. So I'm going to save it as that. I'm not going to add anything else in there, and let's base the numbers off of that.
Even that, because that's, I trust your math more than I trust this math, because I knew there was something wrong in the math, but I hadn't dug deep enough to find it. So yeah, so 350.
As long as my unit mix and quantities that I added and the amounts are correct, which I'm pretty sure my number is pretty close to what they're saying. So I'm pretty sure it's accurate. I took my time. So, unit mix right there, 5 by 10 is 55. You can't see them with this screen, but I can go back to. So how do I just switch which screen I'm showing you? I have to drop the present and then.
All in the same browser.
Are you driving? Are you driving? Sounds like you're driving.
I am driving, but I'll pull over if I need to. I just need to get to Savannah.
No, you don't. No, you don't. My point is, I'm not going to share my screen. You're driving. I'd rather you focus on the road.
No. I'm not looking at it. Don't worry. But just so you know how to do it.
No, I don't need to share it.
If you're all in the.
I'm gonna relook at sizes. Everything there is good. Okay, so we're gonna save that. Let me just go back now and re-summarize. Let's see the summary now. Because we're at the 357 now. What? No, something else. Something screwed up now.
Okay.
Yeah, because now it's saying that cash flow is negative 367,000. So, I guess you know what? Because of I guess that okay, let me see. I got to change something here.
If you
Income. No, the income.
357, the cost.
You know why? Because it's not. It's. I got to just add the 357 back into here. 552, because it's not. There it is. Okay. I got it. All right. Let me go back to summary here in a second. All right. So next is here. Summary now. Okay. Okay. So now 2.8. Yeah, it's saying DTI. Let's see where we're at. Yeah, debt. Yeah, right now it's 0.95, negative 10,000 cash on cash, negative 10,000 cash flow,
And that's at what purchase price?
2.8. Because we're still net rentable square feet, number of units 282, right? How many units do they have? I'm pretty sure.
Doesn't math with that though.
They got 287. I have 282. I don't know how I'm missing. I added everything in. Well, because this is what's rented. I have 282. Again, I only went off of the actual number of units and what they were adding to get our income. So, net operating income is 247 because it took off. Well, again, we took off 110. And maybe that's high, but look at again. We have to include management fees. The insurance we feel is definitely low. It's 6,500 for the year. Utilities 4,200. That seems good. Maintenance and repairs we said was low. Marketing I had $6,000 in there. That's what they have. I think that's a both managements. This one is 10,000 in on-site.
Yeah, I mean.
Grounds, trash, and locks is again all the other expenses. Like you said, they came up with like 60. And then on top of that, we had to add, let me just do this one more time. We'll just do it physically. Let's call it 60 grand. 60 grand. Okay. Plus, we feel on top of that, the insurance has got to be another, let's say, 8 grand. Management, they only had 10. We got another 15,000. Management fee, marketing, then there was another thing that was low. Repairs and maintenance was 1,100. I got to add another 2 grand in on top of that.
Yep.
What else didn't we have in there? Real estate taxes, we said that's okay. Insurance, we added 4. No, let's see what else. I added for management. I didn't add for insurance. Yes, I did.
Yeah, I think the 110 covers everything.
Well, I'm at 85 right now. That's why I was redoing it. I felt that our number might be a little high. I'm just trying to see what else.
I'll be there.
Taxes. I'm going to do one more time. I'm going to go line item down it. So we're going to start at real estate taxes, 14,000. 14,300. Insurance, there's 65. We say we're going to be at like 12 grand. Utilities is 4,200. So that's okay. Repairs and maintenance, we're going to 3,000. Going line by line. Marketing promotion, 6 grand. Okay, let's call it okay. On-site management and management fees, which is going to be 25 grand. Grounds, trash, locks, whatever is 3,600. We'll keep that as is. Reserve for capital improvements is 1,800. I guess that's something. I mean, I
think for now that's fine. Obviously, it
I'll
doesn't cover.
put 2 grand in there. Bank. Now they have bank charges in here at 2.5%, 7,300.
I hope we find a bank that doesn't have any bank charges.
Well, right, but I mean, obviously, our notes calculated with everything there. So what's 7,300 for bank charges for?
Unless they're talking like transaction fees and crap.
Yeah, maybe they got 2.5%
and all that kind of stuff.
They got 2.5%. 7,300. Leave that be, and then they have telephone software is 4,200.
Yep.
So I'm coming up at 81.6. Now, what else don't we have in there? Is there something? I went down line by line of what they had figured. Is there something that I think we're high on that thing. That's why that's skewing our numbers a little bit.
Well, except here's the thing: if management were 10% of income, it'd be 35,000 a year. If it's 5%, it'll be 15,000 a year. But
Yeah, I can't
as
see
I understand it,
10.
it's 2,500 a month
I
plus
could see
5%.
five, right, income. So that's 15 grand plus another. Yeah. So we have 25 figured in for that.
Okay, all right. So so they're at 60. Management's another 25, so that's 85.
No, there's 10.
Up on
They have
insurance.
10,000. They have 10,000 in there already. We're just adding 15.
No, management fee, the zero line item.
No, but right above it, but I have combination management and on-site management as one fee of 25 grand.
Okay, all right. So, well, I mean,
So I'm saying if they're at 60, they're at 60, then 15 more, that's 75, plus the other expenditures, the insurance is another, say, 6 grand. So let's just say 85, 90, it should be.
yeah. I mean, that's fine. If we put in
Well,
90,
I'm saying I think the 110 was heavy. I think again we're doing it as a first time. We're trying to fly through it, but we don't want to miss anything here. Expenses. So let's go back and just reduce this down. So miscellaneous expenses. I'm going to make this is 90,000. Let's do 24. Let's do a second here. 73. Let's do. That's a 70. No. Why is it? So I'm at 80. I'm at 85,000 now. All right, so let's go to next. Now let's see our summary. All right, cash flow. We're at 1.05 debt coverage, and the cash flow is 14.5.
So 1.05 debt coverage at what purchase price?
At a 2.8, so I didn't change that yet.
Okay.
So we're close. I mean, the number could be.
I think if we're getting the 2.6s, we'll be where we need to be.
Yeah, I'm gonna change it to 2.7. Yeah, because 100 grand. What I forget what he said the quick math was for 14. But so let's just see income, expenses, property details. Let's just do 2.7. All right, then go to the next, and then let's go to 2.7. 1.09.
At 2.7
Is the bank gonna?
So 100 grand only got us up 5 points.
Right. Yeah,
so we got 2.5.
Right. Now, what other? Yeah, I mean, they have, and again, our actual net income is higher than theirs because we based it off the rent. We didn't deduct their delinquencies, their discounts, and all the other shit that they got going on, because that brings it down to 306. That's really going to kill the number.
That's going to kill everything. Now, what if we change to? Although truly, 306 is reality.
Well, right now, you walk in the door. That's the numbers they're saying.
And that's what the bank's going to look at. The bank's not going to look at, if we shine the turd. The bank
Right.
will look.
Well, this is their 6-month trailing. Now, they're projected, of course. Well, whatever. There's the shine the turf. Yeah, that's the 374. And now, but the annual expenses jumps up to 83,000. See, that's because management is 15 and 12. It's 27. Right. That's our realistic number now. Insurance, though, they didn't change the insurance number. Taxes stayed. They left the insurance number at 6,600, which we know that's just not. They did increase the maintenance to 3 grand. Oh, they increased the reserve for capital improvements to 5 grand. And then they have the bank is 9,300 for the bank fees and 4,200. Yeah, so it's 85. That gets us closer. Plus, we know that the insurance is going to be higher than that by at least 4 or 5 grand minimum. So, but but again, that's their projected. is 374, and we're running the numbers at 357 or whatever I have, but their realistic is 306. If we put that number in there, we're going to be offering 2.2.
So if we did it at 306,
right? If I go back,
so hang on, before you change that, just change the down payment to 20% for me.
I did
so
that.
we don't go SBA, we do commercial.
Oh, change it to something else.
Yeah, just a little. Yeah, but put the down payment at 20.
I have it as 20. I have it as 20 with SBA. I have the down payment
at 20.
I have it. I have 10. I have 10%. No, my bad. I will change it.
Yeah, because SBA will be 10. The rest of the world will be 20, 25. I'm just curious how much that affects it.
Yeah. Let's see here. 20.
Although truthfully, I would rather go SBA because it's locked. It's not married.
Down payment's 20. What else do we change? Let's see. Points are the same.
Just change that and let's see where our DSCR is at.
All right. Yeah, just 20% down. All right. Let's see here. All right, let's go back to summary. 1.23 now.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So if we did that, obviously
now what happened?
We could offer more. We're still at 2.7.
No. We can't offer more because we have to be after year one. We have to be 1.25.
Well, okay, but
and
I know we were trying to get to 1.1 just to make the number work for the offer.
Well, and this is where this is to me this is philosophical because I would like the improvements to improve our returns, but I don't want to make an offer today that's 1.1 today because and I don't want to predict in a downturning market with increased poverty, increase this, increase that we're actually going to be able to make these income improvements. I'm hoping we can.
Oh, yeah. No, obviously I want to err on the conservative side 100%.
Right.
But I don't want to say parallel overanalyze things and then you'll never get, and again, I'm not saying to dive into any deals. If the numbers don't make sense, they don't make sense.
Right. No, I get it.
And 30, right. I mean, technically, could we go to, like I said, we can
should we go up on offer price or should we plug in 303 instead of 350 something?
Right. No, I want to change. That's what I want to see now. I want to go back to the actual income now. It's the real numbers. Other income is for 307. If you say 310, whatever.
Yeah.
That's realistic income.
And just so you know, Savannah, you're jumping in, so I can keep talking, but just so you know, you'll hear that in the background.
All right, that's fine. I'll keep the language down.
Yeah. She's heard it all. Don't worry.
I was gonna say I didn't think that mattered. It's 14, but with what we do.
And I'm going to keep the video on because I still want to record this.
Oh, well, okay. Yeah, I'm not even, okay.
I guess we don't have to record it. You just want to go on the phone.
At the three, what do I have on there? 310 gross income now. We dropped down to a 1.01.
1.01?
Yep. So we'd have to go even less now based off of their effective gross income that they're saying that they have.
And understand, commercial lenders are not going to go for 1.1 first year. That's only SBA.
No, it's 1.01, not even 1.1.
No, I know, but
all right.
If we've gone to 20% down payment, that means we have to be 1.25.
Yeah, so now our numbers got to be
2.1.
Right, that's what I mean. Now we're down to. I did 2.2. Let's see what that. Yeah, we were 2.7. Let's just see. Yeah.
And it's going to really have to freaking work for. I mean, I know this deal sold. It's not a possible would we buy it, but in that market, even though it is a tourism market, it would really have to freaking work. So
and with the square per square foot at 13, you got to be, it's not low. 1 point. Where are we at? We're at 1 point. Now that's 1.24. That was at 2.2 million is 1.24. So maybe 2.3. We're going to be between 2.3 and 2.4, I think.
If we go
that
2.1 to 2.2.
235, 2,003,350. Where's the other save button here? So
Yeah,
it's a
what I'm
million.
saying is if you're aiming at 1.1, then you
No,
gotta
no.
be down.
Go ahead. What are you gonna say?
If you're aiming at 1.1 DSCR, you got to be in SBA world at 10% down. Oh, unless we go.
Oh, it doesn't. Oh, yeah. Does it? That's right. The 1.1. That's an SBA rule, right?
1.1 is SBA, and it's only
Right.
for first year. So to me, 1.25 is, I personally, for me, I want to know what it is. I want to know what it is at 1.25 DSCR, which sounds like 2.0, 2.1.
Right. Let's go back to summary now. So, yeah, 1.16 right now is where we are at the 30%, the 20% down.
Yeah.
The 8 whatever we said.
Yeah.
8.8.5, I think it was. Right. Where was the rate here?
Yeah, which that could probably.
My number.
That could probably go to 7 something.
I'm at 2.35. I'm a million less. Instead of 3,350,000, I'm at 2,350,000. And that gets us a 1.16. Cap rate's 9.5.
Oh, I thought we were 2,350,000, not 3,350,000.
No, the offer is 3,350,000. We're at 2,350,000.
Okay, yeah, right, yeah.
They're listing.
Yeah, we're $1 million down, exactly. They're gonna have to take a hit.
Yeah, they're gonna laugh at us. I don't think they're that far off in their annual. I don't know. I mean, but I'm curious what they bought this thing for.
Yeah, I realize their capital stack and their everything is so different from us. But yeah, so really,
but I mean, yeah, yeah. I mean, what are they just putting less down? So let's see. I mean, what else?
I'm wondering if they're putting more down, if they're taking more out of their pocket and finding more investors and taking less out of the bank.
Right.
But
yeah, but then what are they paying their investors? Less than 8%.
And well, I think they're. What I think I remember them saying at the live session, is their investors are eating the 8% to stay alive, but they're really counting on the sale price on the other end.
Right.
So I think next week's homework is probably, what do you think you can do to it to make it worth more? Is probably where that's going to go.
Well, right, and I mean, obviously, there's a couple. There's the easy stuff for this that we see right away.
Yeah. I mean, I think we're and we can and I'm not trying to wrap up the call at all. I'm saying I think 2.35 with a 20% down, 2.3, 2.35 somewhere
2.3 in that range exactly. I think 20%. Let's go back to the debt service here. Let's see, 20% that's 1.5 points we have in their fees. So that's 95 rate, 8.25, 20-year. Yeah, at 2.35, 2.4 maybe.
Yeah, because I got to figure we can beat the 8 point something. I think we'll probably be in the low 7s.
No, I think if we were to come up with if we were to buy the deal at 2.3, 2.4, I think it would be a pretty good. I think it'd be okay. I mean, obviously we dig into it a little bit more, but off the top, it seems like that. If they say, yeah, we'll accept your offer at that, I'd be like, oh, okay, well, that might not be a bad deal. Because again, they're at 306. I don't know why they're missing 45 grand of shit. I mean, that's stuff. So,
okay. Yeah.
So even if you can recoup, okay, cut that in half. That's 20 grand. It's like. But anyway.
So we're at 2.3. I bet it now. What's your top line on that? Is that the 350 number? Or is that the 306 number?
No, it's a 306 number.
Oh, it's a 306. Okay, all right.
It's a 306. Yeah, our income right now. I have 310. I have 310 punched in.
Okay.
As income. Now that's definitely low because it's 3 Yeah. So.
Yeah. Now what happens to it? So at 20% down, we're like 2.4.
Right, we're at 2.4 at the income at that it's showing right now. With the expenses as we want them to be, because they're showing 60, we're at 85.
Right.
we're trying to get, those are realistic expenses. That's what they're going to be.
Yeah.
So our cash flow, it's 9.5 is cap rate. Cash flow is 32. I'd be okay with 32.
Yeah.
Because you know it's going to go up from there.
Yeah, possibly. What do you want? Okay. Yeah. So now, real quick, if we punch it, so 2.4 ish is where we need to be at 20% down.
Right, but that only gets us a 1.16 DCR.
Okay, so 2.3 then I guess is probably where we need to be.
If you want to be closer to 1.2,
Yeah.
I'm at
Yeah,
2.350. If I go, I'll drop that down. I would just say 2.3. I think, let's see, 2.3 will be. Let's revise that. I mean, it's not going to change a lot, I don't think, but.
Yeah, I think 2.2 is 2.2, 2.25 is probably where you're going to need to be to make it 2.
Why do you think you won't get the loan on that number from?
I mean, every DSCR lender I know, and I'm not saying I know this for the self-storage sector, but they're all 1.2, 1.25.
Yeah, it's a 1.19. That's a 2.3. That's at the.
So
2.3 is going to get us to almost a 1.2, 1.19.
And that's with 20% down.
That's with 20% down.
So now, if you throw, so that's probably 2.25. Now, if you throw, so below 2.3 is where we need to be, probably 2.25 to get into the.
And again, that's very low on the rental income. Our number is really down there. But again, only based off of their, it's not a number I pulled out of the air. It's based off of their actual 6-month trail.
Right. Now, if you change it real quick without doing much else, I mean,
it's easy.
Is if you change it to 10% down, if we go SBA.
Okay, let's see, debt service. Edit. 1 second.
I bet we're going to have to be like 1.9.
10% down. 10% down. Closing fees, everything else. Let's save that. 20 years, 8.25. 10% down. All right, let's just see here.
And I guess DSCR or SBA is actually 25 years, isn't it?
Oh, is it? Yeah. That'll make a huge difference. If it is 25, let me go back and change that. Is it?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure SBA is 25.
Okay. Well, that's obviously that's gonna probably raise our price up a lot then.
Yeah.
So let's see. Yeah. So
the 10% is going to kick us down. The 25 is going to kick us up. So it's going to kind of.
So save 10. So that's. All right, that's revising. I'm going to go back to summary. Yeah, it's going to be. Oh, it's 1.14.
All right, now drop the price down to 2 million.
Now we can. Let me see. That's 10%.
1.14 gets us our first year. It doesn't get us our second year with SBA.
Yeah, but by the second year, there's definitely going to be. Some modifications before then. I know.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just.
So we're accepted. We're getting the loan through Live Oak at 1.14.
Okay.
No, right? I'm saying it's supposed to be 1.1 to get the loan to make it work, right?
But the first year has to be 1.14, and you have to show why you can do better with the second.
And I don't see. And again, if we did a separate one with even just having the outdoor parking, increasing the rents because they're not even at street rate yet. And then getting some of the delinquencies out of the way, even if you get half of it or some of that taken care of.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't see why we can't get it to 1.25. 1.25.
Yeah. All right.
So we're still at 2.3. 2.2 range. 10% down for 25. Yeah.
All right. So really, that's pretty much our answer. Is 2.2 kind of sort of 2.2, 2.3 kind of sort of either way, whether we SBA or we can.
I kind of think so because if it drops it down to 10 years with 20 down, kind of gets us in the same. Let me just do it one more time here.
Yeah, 20 down, 20 years.
Service, yeah, debt service. If we do 20 down and do 20 years. Closing costs is still at 95. Yeah, it's at 1.5 points still.
Yeah. I think 1.5 is a good kind of average,
And that puts us at 1.19. So still that's at the 1.1. That's a 2.3 mil offer.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we're still kind of in that range, 2.3 ish, 2.35, kind of. Yeah, then that's still running at the 310. That's at the low rental income number,
Right.
the actual, and that's with our increase in expenses of 85,000. Bank down payments 460, annual payments there, cap rate 9.7, cash on cash. Yeah, DCR is 1.19. So that would be almost doable there, 1.19, because we can get 0.06 and make that up. And so,
Yeah, we can make that up a lot of ways, and of course we can also make that up by saying that our offer is continuing on a loan rate of 6.5 instead of 8.5. So
yeah, what 8 I think
8.25, I think you said, yeah.
8.25, 8.25, 8.5. I'm trying to just double check here. Debt service. Yeah, I'm at 8.25. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, basically,
Yeah, if the SBA is 7 or 7.5, that's gonna make a nice difference too.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I mean, our offer of 2.3 could easily be, assuming we can get a loan below our projected. Assuming we can beat 8.25.
Yeah. Again, conservative first, and then like you said, then obviously we have contingencies and we do our homework. Oh, okay. Obviously, you're not going to come back with a higher offer. All right, we'll give you another, $500,000 because we found better financing. It doesn't work. But as long as we know that it works, then hey, great. Then the deal gets sweeter,
Yeah, and obviously, I think part of our presentation would be, that this is sort of our, in my opinion, this is sort of our 2.3 is our get off the train number. We're going to start them more like at 2 because, we are in a declining market. We are in, a high poverty area.
Well,
right?
No, the market had declined. When I had went on to, I think it was Radius, I said, I clicked on something. I went on one of them. It was on the rise. It was back on the rise. There was a decline, but it was back. It was on the rise.
I saw that on one of the sources too. I think it was City Day that had this
confused. No, that was the actual street. That was the rates. Rates had dropped, but they were back on the rise. No, that's right. There was a sharper decline in the population, but it backed off. It kind of evened out, if I can remember.
Yeah, I saw something where like it looked like the town was bottoming out and it sort of found its level, or possibly
right. So
it wasn't crashing anymore.
All right, no, I think we're in good shape. I feel more comfortable getting on and know what the hell we're talking about. I don't know if we're gonna end up in the same chat room or not. Don't matter.
Yeah. So what I'll do is, when I stop, I'll take this audio and I'll just kind of write up some bullet points for us for the last 15 minutes. So even if we're not in the same chat room, you and I can be singing roughly the same song, which I think we are.
Well, yeah, I have it in front of me. I mean, I still I could share. We can get on just before. I can share the screen or whatever if you want. We can touch base 15 minutes, 20 minutes before, whatever.
Oh yeah, I think that'd be great. I appreciate you doing the computer end of this. No,
that's fine. I wanted to do it sooner. That's fine. No, I'm happy I got it done.
And I'll text you this link, and eventually it's going to have a nice little web address, like Steve's video link or something. But right now,
I don't care what.
But basically, say this link. This is all. I mean, unless you want to use something else, this is sort of always our little chat.
I'll try to keep it. Yeah, I'll try to. Well, now I was going to say one question I had, and let me ask you if you know what this. When I was entering unit mix, because then I got to go too, and I'll let you go. When it says offline, it says the type, drive up, okay, whatever, climate, size, occupied, vacant, offline, and then run. Huh?
Offline means broken.
Okay, I got you. I see.
Yeah, offline is doors busted, some other.
Yeah,
it may also mean owner occupied.
Right. Okay, and I get it. It makes sense. I just didn't know what to mean. So for all of them, I have 0 because I already put in the amount, the ones that were rented, the actual that they were collecting. So I had 0 for all my offlines, but I was like, what the hell's, now I understand it. So
yeah, no, and really, like, I mean, I'm glad we look at this thing the same way, because like gross potential, yada yada. To me, that's all static. Pro forma, that's all static. I'm buying based on what it is today. I'm not buying based on what I hope it is in the future.
Correct. Well, that's how my rental, that's how I know the rentals are. Like, because I had these guys, like I told you, they're looking at, I keep getting hounded, and I'm going to get you these guys' numbers because even last week I had 2 or 3 hits. These guys want to make me an offer on my rentals.
Yeah.
So I'll get you them over to you. Maybe you can find some deals for these guys or whatever.
Yeah.
So we could talk about that too. It's in the next couple of days, but no news. Just quick, no news on John, right? Nothing late. Nothing.
No, I'm actually going to text him, and also I confirmed my attorney. Actually, she apologized. She didn't get to it till like today, but she's starting on the partnership agreement.
Right.
Like,
okay.
she has all her notes, and so just so you know, like, that hasn't fallen off the wayside.
No, I saw. Yeah, no, I saw an email communication.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay. So I did remember to copy you on that. Okay. Yeah.
I think you did. Yeah, I thought I saw something recent. So it seems like it's in the works. It's not.
Yeah, I mean, she's
not keeping me up at night.
I am distracted on stuff. But yeah, so that's it. I'll text John, see where he's at.
Yeah. All right, and we'll talk. I'll reach out to you a little bit before 7 or whatever.
And I haven't opened a bank account yet because Kelly's actually trying a new bank, an online bank called Enterprise Bank.
Okay.
And so far, she's liking it, but I'm like, you know what? Let me just hold off. Its biggest advantage is digital deposits, and I mean, its nearest office is like St. Louis or something.
Right.
But it's very much an online bank. I'm like, well, you and I don't live near each other, so that's kind of good.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Because the bank I normally use is not very online. Like, they have it online, but it's kind of limited. So anyway, all right. So yeah.
All right. I'll chat with you a little later on then.
40. All right.
Yep. See you later. Yep.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Okay, good. All right. Thanks. Thanks, Mark. Bye bye.